Vinny Tortorich here. Hey man, if you're a fan of Izzy, you might be a fan of me too. I'm the guy that gets people to lose a lot of weight. I have something free for you guys. This is no clickbait. Just go to VinnyTortorich.com and there's a big banner. It's a free PDF, how to lose weight. It's an intro guide to NSNG at VinnyTortorich.com. Go check it out exclusively for anyone who listens to Izzy Presley. Thank you.
Replay Guitar Exchange is your premier independent guitar store. Being independent is good. With all of the major brands, including new, vintage, and pre-owned, you can find the guitar, bass, amp, or accessory you are dreaming of. From vintage to the newest models, Replay Guitar Exchange can help you find that perfect piece. They have industry veteran expert staff, all players like you down to the owner. You aren't just getting a great guitar, you're getting the Replay difference. Find them online at replayguitar.com and find your dream guitar today.
Hey ladies, Sass Pants Designs will take that rock shirt that everyone has and make it your own in a flattering, sassy, and simple way. There are one-of-a-kind tank tops, lace-up tees, and tube top dresses already in stock. Check out the online store at sasspantsdesigns.com and like Sass Pants Designs on Facebook for special offers and custom orders. That's sasspantsdesigns.com, sasspantsdesigns.com. Sass Pants will make you the envy of the party.
RockstarLeatherworks.com is your home for badass rock and roll gear. Featuring 100% handmade leather bands, watches, cuffs, bracelets, and more, Rockstar Leatherworks has something for everybody. Whether you are going to the show or you are in it, you can find something to fit your needs. Choose from a variety of designs or create your own masterpiece. Their bands and watches are second to none. They also ship internationally. Who needs a stage to be a rock star? Check out RockstarLeatherworks.com.
Hi, this is Bobby Brown, and welcome to another fucking podcast.
You kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg, your Zima, hula hoops, and Pac-Man video games, don't you see? People today have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
See, son, old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum with a lot of life.
Hello, you crazy dick fucker!
Party time!
Yes, it is party time. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. And hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and it's always good to be seen. Izzy Presley here on another fucking podcast. Ready for a great show. I got Rick Ruhl on the line from Every Mother's Nightmare, just itching and ready to go. We'll get to him in just a second. If you guys missed last night's show, I put to bed the Dr. Fuck feud, and I also compared vegans to the new Jehovah's Witnesses. So check that show out. That, of course, is the Izzy Presley Show. That is live on Mondays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. California time. This, of course, is another effing podcast. Make sure you hit up all the social media at Real Izzy Presley all the way across the board. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And, of course, the Facebook page for this show is another effing podcast. Shirts and all that stuff are available. Just click on the shop now links. And if you don't want my shirts, you just want to send me money, izzypresley at yahoo.com is your PayPal. Very, very simple. Let's get right to it. I should just rename the show the Memphis Rock Hour, because last week I had Todd Poole from Roxy Blue and I had Anthony from Tora Tora a couple months ago, and now we got another Memphis band, Every Mother's Nightmare. Welcome, Rick.
Hey, brother, what's up?
Hey, man, how are you?
Oh, good, man. Just sitting here, sitting in the studio.
Oh, shit, you're working right now?
Every day.
That a kid. Do you like work at a studio? Do you own a studio, or are you just working on Every Mother's Nightmare stuff?
It's just nightmare stuff. I got a studio in my house.
Oh, nice.
So it's just little, you know. We just anytime we're playing, we're recording, because you never can tell what you'll grab.
Right. It's funny. The first time I saw you guys was actually last summer in Vegas at the Laura's 50th birthday party at the hotel.
Yeah, that was wild, wasn't it?
Oh, dude, that was fun. I don't remember much of the night because there was a lot of Jack Daniels being ingested. But
yeah, it was a beautiful thing.
No, it was a lot of fun, and I didn't. Obviously, I knew the one song because everybody knows the one song. But after I saw you guys live, it's holy shit, these guys are really, really good.
Just a rock band, baby.
Fuck yeah, baby. So you guys started in what, 87?
Yeah, it's 87, late 88. And then tripped around and played like 13 shows, and Clive Davis come down and signed us, and then we had to go everything backwards from there.
Right. Well, it's weird that it happened that fast, and that's what Todd was saying that with Roxy Blue too. It's like they weren't around that long, and they just got swept up right away.
Yeah, the music scene down in Memphis. That's one of the reasons I moved there. Is music scenes. God, it was humongous down there. There was all kind of bands coming here, and Tora and Roxy, and there's all kind of great players down here. So it's a good spot.
Well, it's funny because, and I talked to Todd about this too. It's like people don't realize that that there's a rock scene there. Everybody thinks of Memphis, they think of the blues, and they think of Elvis and country.
All right. Oh, it's here. It's alive and kicking.
Oh, it's still going good.
Yeah, man. It's we played with some friends of ours. We got off the road last weekend, and last Saturday we didn't have nothing to do, so they were doing a little CD release party, so we went and opened for them and had a good time.
That's nice. I mean, so crowds are coming out to shows out there?
Oh yeah, the crowds out here. You can go out on a Wednesday night here and have a good night. So. Well, it's pretty wild,
dude. That's great to hear because like out in LA, it's so hard to get a crowd. I mean,
right?
No matter what what genre you're playing, unless you're a big name band, you're playing at one of the big places.
Right. Got to go out and make a bunch of noise and make them come see you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about. So you said you got Clive found you, they signed you, then all of a sudden you moved backwards. So kind of explain that.
Well, back then we were. I knew I was writing songs and I wanted to do a record. I was writing for a record and I was writing for a record deal. Just didn't really have enough time under my belt to know what to do with a record deal. Because you're going from you're against your rivals or your bands, your local bands in town. And, you go nationally and you're going pretty much against everybody. So.
Right.
Just didn't really know. I just kind of jumped into it, kind of like I do. I jump in and then I figure out how to swim later.
Right.
Right. So, we did that, and we got offered a big old record deal, and we'd only played 13 shows, and who wouldn't have took it?
Right. Did you guys feel like you were ready?
No, man. We were, man. Two of the guys in the band then were. They came straight out of high school and straight to Memphis. Started
Holy
recording.
Shit.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Well, dude, I mean that's like the dream,
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I mean, I'm from Central Minnesota originally, and it's like you don't even think that way. You just think, all right, cool. I'll just get in a cover band, and that's what I'm gonna do. Not even thinking with those big time dreams.
Right. Well, we learned.
No,
learning
right?
every day. Yeah, man. It's I'm digging the music scene today a little. Back in the day, and I'm not knocking it by any means because it took me from living in a 10 by 20 store all unit to not living in a 10 by 20 store all unit.
Right.
But the music scene today is kind of back. When I was growing up, just good music was out there. If you had to go find it back then, but. And it's kind of like that with the internet, man. There's so much good stuff out there now. You can find some pretty great stuff out there, and I listen to everything from, from hip hop to heavy to bluegrass.
Right. Well, it's Trunk talks about this all the time. It's like, now anybody can make a record, but unfortunately now anybody can make a record. It's the exact same thing with podcasts too, So how many songs did you guys have when you first got signed? How many songs did you have, and how many did you have to go to write once you got signed?
I think we probably had 18 or 20 songs that we thought were strong, and then I think we wrote 2 or 3 with Damon Johnson from Brother Kane.
Oh,
and,
Jesus, that
R.T.
guy's amazing.
Scott. Yeah, man, he was like when I moved here, he was playing guitar in another band. He just got out of a cover band. He was jumping into R.T. Scott and the Delta Rebels, and we just became buds. And he wrote a couple songs with us on our first record. And years later, I ran into him again. We were working with Wes Tarkeen, and me and him were both staying at the hotel room writing with Wes. So it's pretty. He's a pretty cool cat.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean,
And he's a great guitar player too.
oh yeah, well, fucking A right, dude. So how long? So you had 18 to 20 songs when you guys first started. I mean, how long did it take you to write those songs? I mean, you said you were writing already. Did you have those songs prior to the band, or did you write them with the band?
I had pieces of some of them before the band, but I just as soon as I came down and joined Jim Phipps's band, and then we fired everybody out, and then I formed this band. But
Oh, okay.
we just started writing straight on. I think Guns and Roses and all that it came out, and you know how the time was, and it was pretty punk music scene. But so, man, we were just firing out writing songs, and we just lucked out and wrote "Love Can Make You Blind," and it. A little old ballad or whatever. Back in the day, you had to have a ballad to do anything. So, that's kind of what you had to write. You wrote for that, and then just rock songs that we thought were good. And then we got down here with some a little heavier hitters, and started writing with them guys. And then started watching. We used to go down to Rum Boogie Cafe and just watch the blues guys just tear it up, and watch and learn, and just wrote songs, and. We're still playing a bunch of them songs to this day. So.
Well, as well you should, Did
right.
you? Well, let me ask you this: when Appetite hit, did that change how you wrote?
Yeah, because I think Appetite kind of took it back a little more. I'm going to say street, maybe.
Yeah.
Back then, I guess it was more street. It was more drug. It was more just wide open. Rock and roll, 100%. Live to die, whatever. Just doing Axl and them guys, they were just wide open until they got a deal. So that's kind of the way you live, That's what you had to do. You had to go make as much noise and cause as much chaos just to get a record label to come down to look at you. So, that's what we tried to do.
Yeah, well, I mean,
rednecks on parade.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah. You think about that time, and it was all, Poison, and all the pretty bands, and
Right.
and the technical players, and then GNR, and then all of a sudden there's Faster Pussycat, and there's LA Guns, and it's just
man.
Gets that sleazy element back into it.
Right. I think that's coming back around these days too. I like what's going on.
Yeah. You're obviously working on new stuff, and we're going to get to a lot of that in the second half of the show when we talk about the new single too. But when I listened to the single "Southern Ways," which is a re-release, which I guess I didn't realize. I actually went on that internet thing and did a little research for once, because I don't know a lot about the band.
Right.
But yeah, and it's got that more of a street feel, and with a little country flavor in it. I love it.
Yeah, I think we wrote that record. Me and Troy wrote that record probably. I'm going to say it's probably the Backtracks record is probably the first stuff after the original band split up and I put another band together. That's probably most of the stuff on that record is the stuff that we started writing, and we were trying to, we were in Tennessee and we were trying to throw some real Southern stuff on there, and kind of bring a different element before that was kind of before this. I think this was '94 when I recorded some of them songs,
Mm-hmm.
And when Bill said he wanted to put it out, I said sure. And then we shot a video for it a couple of weeks ago, and today I got the final draft of it, and I was looking at it. I was like, wow, man, that's that song's full circle,
Right. Well, I mean, you're from the South. I mean, did you grow up as a country kid, or did you grow up as a rock kid?
Man, I grew up. My uncle Greg was a professionally trained, drummer, long hair, rock and roller. I watched that, and then I was a country kid. I was born in, Gatlinburg, Knoxville, Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
Right up in the hills, right up in the mountains. And, it was, but that's all there was to do. You went out and rode motorcycles and fish or whatever.
Yep.
And then you at night you went out and raised hell.
Yeah, drank around a bonfire and cranked tunes.
Right.
It's the same thing back up in Minnesota. It was the exact same thing. Fishing and drinking. That was pretty much. Or fishing and drinking at the same time while you're on a frozen lake. That part I didn't like, yeah.
Yeah, too cold, man.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. That's why I got out of there. That's why I'm in Los Angeles now.
I hear you.
So, so the record comes out. That first record comes out. How long did it take for the for the MTV video to come out?
Man, I think the first Walls came out probably maybe 2 or 3 weeks after we had hit the road. I think we were out with a band called Baton Rouge, and man, the video just came out, and our first record, when you listen to it nowadays after so much time's passed, I kind of cringe sometimes when I hear it, but it was raw, and it was it's kind of what we were. We were raw and ripping, and it was probably 3 weeks to a month. We were opening for Baton Rouge, and then we hit somewhere. I want to say we hit Oakland, California, or somewhere like that, and that was the first time we got to the club out there, and we were headlining, and they were opening for us, and we went from making $50 to $1,500 to a couple grand a night. It just kind of took off after that, but that's the way the music scene was then. So.
Right,
and I'll take it.
Well, absolutely. It's like, you hear the stories about, these bands, from your era. It's like, once we got played on MTV, it just fucking opened the door for us,
Right, man. I mean, everything. I got to go to the Playboy Mansion. We're like, wow.
Oh! I bow to thee. I always said if I was ever going to be reincarnated, it has to be as Hugh Hefner.
All right. Hey, if you ever want to fill out a place, though, go there, because there's too many pretty people there for me.
Yeah, right? Well, yeah, I would definitely feel. You saw me half naked.
That was me. That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, right? But before you guys went on tour, had you played outside of Tennessee and outside of that area?
Well, when we first put the band together, we were in Nashville, and we came down to Memphis and did they used to have a thing down here called Producer Showcase, which was sort of like what is that thing in Texas? Where all the record labels come down, but they called it the Producer Showcase, and all the labels would come down, and all the producers and studios down here would, that's how Tora got their deal and stuff like that. So we came down here and played for Eli Ball, and the night before the Producer Showcase, he just threw us on there last, and we put like 800 people in this little club called Proud Marys, and the next morning we were having breakfast with ASCAP and Nice Man T-shirts and all kind of stuff, So
wow,
yeah, but we played. We went out with the Delta Rebels, and we played all around Tennessee and Alabama and stuff like that. Here and there. Not really a whole much. Like I said, we only played probably 13 or 14 shows before we got our deal. And
right.
So we just came in here and started recording,
right,
eyes wide open, not knowing what we were doing.
Did you have culture shock when you guys got out of the South?
Not really. Most of my family was is from Orange County, so
okay.
I've been around there before. But
all right,
we still get most thing we got. Everybody wants us to talk everywhere we go. They want us to talk,
right?
Especially me, because I've got a real country voice. I don't know.
You do.
But man, that was every night, and they would ask us to talk, and they wanted to know if we had Walmart and bathrooms in our house. I was like, yeah, man, we're city-fied. We got it, man.
Yeah, but that accent had to get you laid once you got out of the South.
Yeah, maybe a couple.
Yeah, see, Minnesota, we don't have a cool accent. It's like,
right?
Oh yeah, for sure, going fishing up there to Mille Lacs this weekend. No woman has ever heard that phrase and thought, you know what, I really need his cock in my ass right now. It just doesn't happen.
Right.
Where the hell was I going with this? I don't even know. I shoot with I just shoot with the wind here. I just have conversations. I really don't have anything written. The only thing I have written down in front of me is Southern Way and Backtracks.
Right.
That's it. Did you guys ever get on MTV like on the ball as a like interview guest or anything like that?
No, we never got to do that. They don't want us on TV talking, man.
Oh, that's unfortunate though. Again, I didn't know where the fuck I was going to go with this. So
we wrote it though, right?
Oh no, absolutely. So I mean, that record came out in what, 90, correct?
Yeah, late 89, 90, yeah.
Okay, so it was like right before the grunge thing happened, and,
Oh, yeah.
And obviously we have to talk about that. How did that grunge era affect you guys? How did when that started? I mean, what was the direct effect right on you guys?
Right. Well, I mean, when we started this, we were kind of lumped in. I guess, lumped in with the hair band thing, but
right.
You know what? We never considered ourselves like a hair band. We just all had ugly heads and had long hair to cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were writing the second record, everything we were writing was, we were out on the road with all the bands that were coming up and playing. So we were seeing the grunge thing come in really before the public was, because anything that that comes out, a year in the making.
Right.
So. We seen it, and we were writing, a little darker, more I don't know what you call it, more grunge, I guess, type, just more straightforward rock and roll. And
right.
We got to when we played Seattle. I mean, you could really tell the crowd was still great, but it was, you could tell a change was coming, and I'm glad it came because it needed to. It was time.
Oh,
and,
I agree.
One of my favorite bands in the world is Alice in Chains, so,
mm-hmm.
I was good with that, and music needed to kick in the ass for a minute, and it makes people, when shit like that happens, it makes people try harder, write more, get more intense, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Just opens up the creative part, and that's what, after a while, whatever's selling, that's what they're going to turn out. So,
yeah, absolutely. Well, I think a lot, and I was talking to this with Todd last week too. It's like there was a lot of bands that tried to stick it out from the 80s that they tried to change with the times, and it just didn't work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you guys were so new on the scene that I guess, you could have made the transition.
Well, that's what we were. This whole my whole band now. We're trying to be more known for what we're doing than what we've done. And I'm proud as hell of my first record and the second record and the songs and what they accomplished. But I'm writing every day. We just got out of the studio. We went on the road last weekend. We were in the studio till last Thursday night, finishing a song for the new record. And then, like I said, we just got a video for backtracks. We got 3 records out right now at one time. So we're just kind of out churning and rolling,
Right. Do you find it? Do you find it hard, especially now? I mean, because a lot of times it's like, oh, they have that 80s stigma, even though you technically were a 90s band because that's when the record came out. Do you find it harder to be able to market it and to try to get it over because of that quote unquote stigma?
A little bit, that's what 9 times out of 10 we go out and play with people. Like we played with we were out with Puddle of Mud, played Daytona this year with them, and
mm-hmm.
Most of the people there is like, man, y'all are nothing like we figured y'all were going to be. We figured y'all were going to be, just the typical 80s come out and do the thing, and man, we're just a rock band. That's all we ever been. We just we don't have nice clothes.
Well, you know what, and that honestly, that's what I love about you guys, and like the Roxy Blue, like the Tora, and especially like the Jackal. It's like the Southern rock bands, they just kind of they just are what they are.
That's
you know what
man.
I mean?
Can't be no more, no less.
No, exactly. All right, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to play a little bit of Southern Way, play about a minute of that song, and then we'll talk about the song and talk about the reissues and just kind of go from there.
Cool.
All right, cool. Rick Ruhl, Every Mother's Nightmare on another fucking podcast.
Retro Arcade brings Minnesota and surrounding areas arcade games from the days gone by. All of those great games from pizza joints and arcades are available in cocktail units and custom machines. Dozens of favorites from your youth in one machine to complete your game room or man cave. Retro Arcade also sells and services your favorite pinball machines. Find them at facebook.com/80arcade. That's facebook.com/80arcade. Retro Arcade. Your youth is just one click away.
Rockwood Saloon Authentic Apparel takes rock and roll fashion to a new level with their tees and tanks for men and women. They also make custom shirts, jackets, vests, pants, hoodies, beanies, and more. The Rockwood Graphics Department can design anything from your logo, t-shirt design, promo posters, band swag, and printed at great prices. From tour shirts and custom stage gear to killer threads for the street to the stage, Rockwood Saloon has it all. Rockwood Saloon, authentic rock and roll apparel for stage and street. World Tour tested for quality, comfort, style, and durability. Check them out at www.rockwoodsaloon.com. That's rockwoodsaloon.com.
If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
Hey, what's going on? This is Tom Arnold. I like fat women and cocaine. And you're listening to Izzy Presley here on another fucking podcast. And I know Izzy from Cocaine Anonymous meetings. I've actually seen him at the meetings with Ace Von Johnson from, I probably shouldn't say this out loud, but Ace has got a bad coke problem. And his sponsor is Josh Todd from, and again, I shouldn't say this out loud, but Josh is his sponsor for Buck Cherry. He's addicted to upskirt porn. And they're both being sponsored by the Eagles. The whole band, the Eagles. Anyways, another fucking podcast right here with Izzy Presley, and call your sponsor. Fucking A.
Daddy taught me to live off the land, and everything I got I built with these two hands. And I worked from Mississippi to the hills of Tennessee, from the West Virginia coal mines and every part in between. You know what I mean? Around here we take things day by day. To our God we pray. It's just the Southern way.
Southern Way off of the reissue of Backtracks. Rick Ruhl from an Every Mother's Nightmare on the blower here with me. So I guess I was kind of curious about this. So when I was looking at the your discography, and it's like, okay, these are all reissues. What made you guys want to do the reissues as opposed to coming out with new material at this point?
Well, we were writing. We've been writing the whole time, but we, like I said, we put out Grind, and the way records go these days. It came out when we first recorded it. We were just doing it as a 5-song EP, and I got hooked up with Bill Chavis from Highball, and he said, "Let's just make it a full record, and let's throw a couple extra songs on it, and some videos and stuff." So, we threw that all together, and then while we were out playing, it was just every time we felt it was done, something comes up. We're getting ready to go to the UK. We got a couple shows over there.
Nice.
It just keeps churning along. So, we were writing, like I said, we've been writing and recording the new record. And Bill was like, he heard Backtracks and he heard Delta Voodoo. Mm-hmm. And when I first did those, I was on a real small label, and they just didn't have no kind of push whatsoever.
Right.
He heard Delta Voodoo, and he just wanted to do it, and then he heard Backtracks, and he wanted to do it on there. So I was just like, you know what? let's just stick them out there. I mean, they're old, but the
Right.
songs are pretty cool. They're pretty good, and they're true from the heart. So, we just see them where they go while we're writing. It give us a little time to write. We just like we shot a video for Southern Wave a couple weeks ago, and we just got the first draft today, and we got the first draft of the video today, and we got the first final mix from the new record today. So
nice
for the first song. So man, we had time to do it, and it was just Bill wanted to put the songs out, and why not? They're
Right.
out there. Why not? Somebody might like them.
Wait, was there any remixing or remastering that was done to them, or they just reissued?
Yeah, we had them all remastered and everything. Kind of cleaned them up a little bit and spruced them up, and I think we threw on each record. We're trying to throw out, from tracking from each record. There's a bunch of songs that were almost there and almost made it, or should have made it, or whatever. But we've been throwing a couple of those on each record.
Oh, nice.
Even stuff. I think on Delta Voodoo we put some stuff we recorded in our little, rehearsal hall studio. We just had everything mic'd up, and it sounded pretty decent, so we threw them out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds great. It doesn't sound. It
don't
sounds
sound 20
modern.
years old.
No, it doesn't. That's what I was getting at. I mean, and I'm just saying, like, plus sonically, it doesn't sound old. You know what I mean? It sounds really good.
Well, thank you.
You're most welcome.
Yeah, that was my one of my deciding things on it when he asked me. I said, well, let me listen to it, and then I shot him a copy of it to make sure we were all on the same page. And I was like, man, it's still pretty good. We were definitely between that Backtracks record and the Delta Voodoo record, our writing got so much better, and so much stuff happened. So much shit happened to you. That's pretty much what we write about. If it's in our little circle and it's happened to somebody, that's probably what the song's going to be. So
right.
And music was tough back then. After we were talking earlier, the grunge thing came out. It was just hard to be in a band, man. We ate peanut butter and played it. Everything from somebody's back porch to wherever you could play,
Right.
Just rode the storm.
Right. Well,
and it's getting better.
Yeah, it's getting better, but it's still kind of at that point. Unless you're on one of the festivals or on one of the cruises,
right.
That's kind of what you're doing, right?
Yes, sir. That's what I mean. If you, we've lucked out and hit a bunch of festivals in the last 2 years, and that's the ticket, because that's what people spend their hard-earned buck to go see. They can spend $75, $100 and go see 1 or 2 days of a bunch of great bands.
Yeah.
That's cool. I remember I went and seen three of my favorite bands back in the day for $7.50.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Who were they?
It was Cheap Trick.
Nice.
Somebody else, and the craziest thing on it, I think it was remember the song Green Grass and High Tides Forever Outlaws? I think that's what it was.
No.
Oh, it's a real Southern band, but they opened the show. And,
okay.
But yeah, it was cool. It was, I can't even remember because Cheap Trick smoked so bad. I don't even remember who the second band was.
Cheap Trick just flat out rules. I mean, that's just all there is to it.
We played with those one of the first times we got to go back home to Nashville and play, and man, them guys were cool. They gave us the whole stage and whatever, and they wasn't anything. You go out with people and they cut you lights and cut you sound and this and that. They were like, "Have at it, boys."
Well, we were talking about the festival thing. Do you think that's the best? That's the best venue for you guys? I mean, is it hard to get out there on the road?
Oh man, we're out just about. We usually go out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
okay,
and maybe Sunday and come home. But that's what we've been doing for the last 2 years, So,
gotcha.
But it's better for. I think it's better for the band and the crowds. If you go, like we played Daytona, there was probably I think. God, we played with Quiet Riot and just a ton of people, and that's your bang for the buck.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But I think the funnest thing for us is a medium-sized club. We we played a club the other night just with our buddies. It probably holds 150 people, but they're standing on top of the bar. But it's awesome. It's just right there. It's like in your living room. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So you guys figured out. You guys are doing the fly weekend dates, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the smart way to do it.
No,
That's what
you talking about flying? No,
Yeah.
we ain't flying.
Oh, okay.
We tried that once, but we bought us a Primo bus a couple of years ago, and we just we try to take care of it and jump on that thing and go out and get away from everything.
I suppose that's nice because you get there's a lot of travel time, there's a lot of bonding time, there's a lot of drinking.
Yeah, man.
Mostly drinking time.
We write and we drink and we cook out, man. We got a couple grills on there.
Nice.
Somewhere.
Nice.
We have a cookout on the side of the interstate.
That's fucking beautiful. I love it. You said you're writing a new record. Was there any inclination? Just because I mean the trend right now is like people that just put out a single, then they'll put out another single, and they don't really put out a record. They just keep putting out singles. Was there any thought about that?
No, I mean, like I said, when we first did the Grind record, it came out as a 5-song EP, and to me, people spend $14 or whatever CDs stuff now cost, or whatever that stuff costs. I'd rather just for my own thing, I would just rather put a collection of songs together. That's the way I grew up. That's the way I know it.
Right.
I guess it's cool. You go in once a month and burn a single and shoot it out and sell it and download it and stuff. I don't know. I just remember when I was growing up, I liked to stick a record on and listen to the whole damn thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of getting back to that now with us old fuckers because we can get vinyl again,
Right. Yeah, our last record just came out. We got a green vinyl record finally.
Nice. Nice. Jumped into the vinyl era. I love it.
Right.
Has it been moving? Has it been selling?
Oh man, they sell every night, man. We sign golly, every night. There's a pile of them there waiting to be signed.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool. It is kind of it's a little secret society now, but I think it's building up. Somebody told me that they were going to bring cassette tapes back for what reason I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I can't even figure why we would want to go there. But
Right. Well, I know a couple years ago, probably about 10 years ago, when one of the new Cheap Trick records came out, they put it out on 8-track just so they could have the #1 selling 8-track in the country.
Right. I like it.
But no, we're seeing cassettes pop up. Like out here in LA, we have Amoeba. And, this huge record store, which I'm sure you're familiar with, but it's like they have a fucking wall of cassette tapes, of used cassette tapes, and people buy them and they trade them. It's like, Jesus Christ. I thought these were dead in the water.
Man, I was trying to find something to play a cassette. I found an old demo tape, and I had to go to like 12 of my friends before I found one, and I found remember them little Sony Rockmans?
Yep.
The little yellow thing?
Yep.
That's what I found. And it dragged. It was like,
Yep.
But,
this band that I know in Minneapolis, they were called the Odd Fathers, and they were the band. It was Bryn's band after Flip, this huge band from Minneapolis. And what they did is Bryn went out because he's a fucking mad genius. And next week, Kilo Bale from Flip will be on the show, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So, anyways, he bought all of those. Remember those cassette recorders in the 70s where you could carry them. And they had the little top popped up and you stuck it in and they had the big buttons on them. Yeah. So he bought a shitload of those. He bought like 15 of those things, right? And when they recorded, they just put one of those in the middle of the room and hit record. And it sounded like shit, but it was so cool. And he sent it out to all of these huge producers that he knows because he knows fucking everybody. And he said that he heard from everybody he heard back from. They fucking loved it just because it was so cool and unique. But the one that he remembered was, and I can't remember the producer's name, but he was with Aerosmith, and they were like all gathered around this cassette player listening. They said it was so fucking cool. So, is that a whiskey on the rocks?
Man, that's just a regular old Coca-Cola.
Ah, damn. I thought you
might have
guys
some weed here though.
I thought you Southern boys all drank whiskey on the rocks.
Oh yeah, surely we do.
I don't need the rocks. I just need the bottle.
Right.
So, what kind of time frame are you guys looking at for the new record?
Man, we still probably got 3 or 4 months, 5 months.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just we lucked out and got into Justin Reimer's studio, and he had a couple of days open, and we had the song done, and Bill was wanting to do a little teaser for the new record and for the video for Southern Way that's coming out here in probably a week or so, and he was just messing around, and we had some time, and we had the song done and ready to roll. We'd actually been doing it at Soundcheck and a couple shows, so we went and fired it up just to get it down, and that's kind of the way we're gonna do it. As we finish them, he comes over, producer comes over to the house, and he'll listen to what we got going on, and we'll go in and play 2 or 3 and record 2 or 3 at a time, and just stack them until we get what we want,
Right. Well, I suppose if you can start playing these songs live, you still have that captive audience where people know like 1 or 2 songs that aren't hardcore fans. So you can slide them in, and you don't get the, oh shit, it's a new song, I have to go to the bathroom.
Right.
It's fucking brilliant. And that's not a shot. That's not a shot at you at all. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, the way I started this band is, I left my house and started playing, 15, 20 songs that nobody knew. And, we got a couple records out now, and the grind record, pretty much this whole tour we've been doing the whole grind record, 3 or 4 songs off the first record, 1 or 2 songs off the second record, and then just throwing in whatever new stuff we can do.
Well, man, you got to fill a set. You guys doing any covers in the set too?
Oh man, we do a little. Sometimes we do some. We always do Charlie, and then we Charlie Daniels song, and then we'll throw some Skinner in every once in a while, or
as well you should. As well you should. I just love that there's that big festival that is happening in is it in Nashville in October, where you get Slayer and Skinner on the same night. It's like what are people supposed to yell after that? They can't yell Slayer and fucking Freebird anymore.
Right. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
But that's cool, that's that's cool that people are listening to all kind of different music now,
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you still got people like me that are just kind of stuck right in that I know what I like, fuck you. It's either Kiss or 80s rock or country. You know what I mean?
Well, that's not bad.
No, not at all. Fuck, I'm going to do a country record. What the hell? Why not?
Right.
Why not?
I've written a country record myself.
Have you?
Yeah. It's called Truck Stop Love.
Nice. Is it available? Can you
get it? It's available if you know me.
Oh, gotcha.
It's kind of rated. I call it rated Ruhl. I don't know what you call it.
All right. Well, no, I mean, for me with country, there's this, I don't know, it's a weird feeling it gives me. It's like a comfort. Right. If that makes sense, Hey,
man, I listen to country every single day. Because them guys right now they're just all over the place. They're, half of it's old 80s rock and roll, and then, it's real. There's some really cool stuff.
No, absolutely.
I like Blake Shelton's new song's awesome,
Yeah.
God's country.
I get stuck in the old school shit, the 60s and 70s stuff. I just love it, It's back with it was storytelling at its finest.
Oh yeah, man. Let's see what we got that. Where I hang during the day, we've got that, and then this old country classic, listening to Johnny Cash and all the goods, And you can see where them guys, everybody takes from what they love, what
absolutely.
they listened to growing up, and you can bounce them back and forth. You can definitely tell where some of these guys come from. You can tell some of these guys don't know shit about being from country, but
right.
But
no, I get it.
It is what it is.
But and that's the one thing that popped out about Southern Way when I listened to it was like that country slide in there. It's like, oh, that's tasty. Right. It fits. You know what I mean?
That guy doing the guy playing the fiddle and stuff in there, he plays for Ricky Skaggs. And
wow.
Ricky Skaggs ain't no slouch.
No, he is not. He is not.
Right.
Well, Rick, people want to find you. Where can they find you guys?
Man, you can find us at our Facebook, EMN Band on Facebook. You can find us at High Vol Records. You can find any material anywhere you can download music. You can find us, man. We're out there. But the best place would be to High Vol Records.
All right, or buy it at the show.
Buy it at the show.
Buy it at the show. Anything else you need to pimp before we get out of here?
Man, just keep an eye out for Sunway video, and we got 2 more videos coming out. One for Pressure Unit and one for Snake off the Grind record. We're doing a video for each record. We're doing a single for each record, and we're just going to kick out songs until they tell us to quit.
I fucking love it. Rick Ruhl, everybody. Every Mother's Nightmare. Hang on the line.
Thank you.
Hang on the line. We'll say hi. Say hi off the air. Say goodbye off the air. Just hold tight. All right.
All right, brother.
All right, everybody. Get out there and check out Every Mother's Nightmare. Fucking love it. I dig that song, and I know you guys are going to dig it too. You just heard it, but go buy their shit. What can I say? Go catch them out on the road. Show will be back on Thursday night with the Izzy Presley Show live at 5 p.m. California time. And this show, the Another Effing Podcast, is going to be back on Monday instead of Tuesday because, well, Eddie Trunk is doing his show out here on Tuesday, and I want to go, goddammit. So we're going to do this show on Monday night with Kilo Bale from Flip. They got their brand new record coming out next month, and their big CD release, album release show coming up next weekend. So look forward to catching up with Kilo. I haven't talked to him in like 17 years, so it should be fun to catch up. Do make sure you hit up all the social media at Real Izzy Presley all the way across the board. Scotty Strickland checking in from Canada says, "Hey guys, great show." Thank you, Scotty. Appreciate it. And there's just a bunch of people saying hi to each other in the chat room. But hey, man, at least they're listening. That's all that fucking matters. All right. So we see you guys Thursday night. Izzy Presley Show live right here. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that follow button. And don't forget, what I lack in talent, I make up for in cock.